Welcome to ASP.NET Futures Dynamic List Control Demo. This video is created by Shekhar Srinivasan for sekharonline videos. Developer environment. Say file menu, new website. Let's give a name for our select a dynamic data website template and just give a meaningful name for the site. For example, I just say dynamic list demo. I click on OK. Once you have selected this thing, by default you get a app underscore script and app data bin, which is going to have a list of DLL files which are required for the dynamic data display. And since I don't have to do work with script and all, I just right click and delete this file. Now since I wanted to interact with the database, let me create a new database. I say add new item and I select SQL database template, where I just give something like the name of the database. I say it as sekharonline demos. I just say add. Let's try to create a new table. For example, I just want to add a table where I specify the name of the column as department number, int department name, varchar of 50, and location once again varchar of 50. Department number, I just make it as primary key, and let's save this table with the name, call it as department. So once I just created this table, let me just insert some data into this table. So I say department number 10, sales, Hyderabad, 20, marketing, Hyderabad, 30, training, Secunderabad. Let me insert this thing, execute the data. Once the data has been executed, now let's start working with our applications. Since I want to work with the dynamic data controls, it follows some semantics and all. So let me create a folder now. I right click on the application name, new folder, where the name of the folder I just mention it as department. And let us try to add a new file, add new item. I select a web form called as dynamic data web form, where the name of the file I call it as list.axpx. By default, once the form has been projected, you can see a control called as dynamic data control or auto data control, which is very powerful control, performs a number of tasks. So I just remove this thing so that I can show you practically each and every control individually for better understanding. I drag you can just observe ASP.NET Futures Dynamic Data, where you can say a control called as dynamic list control. I just drag drop the control, place it on the form. Now let's try to execute this application, check out how this is going to work. So by default you can just observe it, it's going to come out with the data which performs by default. You get an option of sorting the data. All the options are by default enabled for us. Say for example, I want to manipulate it. Say sales, I simply specify it as department, updated. It's working fine. So it's so simple. This is how you're going to work with the dynamic list control. Hope this demo will help you out how efficiently you can work with the dynamic list which comes from ASP.NET Futures. Thank you, yours Shekhar.